Hello. I guess this would be the attendance works. So we'll be starting. Hope my voice is audible to you all. If you're able to hear me, just give me a thumbs up, maybe. Okay. So today the session would be around router, view router. Uh, Similarly, what you have seen in class, there was a route, right? So now you will be learning basically about router in terms of front end, and also it is a main component where you will be using in your project as well in the view. So if you have already done a view, have you started view? Can you just raise your hand, or you can just give me a thumbs up maybe. Have you started coding in view? Okay, one. Okay, three. Only three. Okay, if you have not started, it might be a good idea to start off, please, because in a few days you have a quiz and you might be asked some question about view. So it would be a good idea to start off, otherwise you will get lesser marks. Maybe. Have you guys started also? So I guess I've got to know that TA session was there. They might have covered router. Have you gone to the TA session? Have you covered router yet? Anyone? Okay, good. So this will be a good idea to start of the router. I'll be sharing my screen and then we can start. So the major idea would be by the end of this session, we we get to know how view router works when we work with view CDN. You might have already gone through the CDN content of view. If I'm not, please go through it from the previous live session, because we are covering view 2 in uh, course. That's why we are using view 2. And if you're going forward with the project, there might be the project session would be around view 3. So don't get confused. uh, Both have a little different schema, but both have a similar ideology to create the app. Okay, so we'll be using view CDN. You can open your either VS Code or any other editor if you want, or you can just follow along with me. And you can search for view router. So if you search for, let's say, view router documentation, you will get to this page, and then if you click on it, you will get to this kind of page. So this is basically version 4 for view router that is used by view 3. Okay, version 4 for view router that is used by view 3. We will be using view view router 3, version 3. Okay? So because view 2 uses version 3 of router. Okay, hope it is clear what I've said. We'll be using view router 3 and view version 2. Okay. Okay, if that is clear, I have opened two VS Code for now. You might be able to see it. So in one of the panel, you will be seeing some components. There is one HTML page, there is one MD doc and JS file. This is the file which has been used in the last term's session. If you have not seen it, we want you to see it. Basically, it has covered all the things which we wanted. Uh, if you want to go ahead and try to watch that, that is also a good idea to watch, and then you can proceed with this. Otherwise, if you're not watched it, that's fine. Okay, we'll be covering that. So this is one of the VS Code. The other one is, if you have been to my session, we typically use this resources app dev. The link of the GitHub might be there already with you, but I'll just again share it with you once more. So when this session ends, we might uh, push it to this particular whatever the document which we'll be using. So I'm just pasting it here, and yeah, so this is what you should be having now. Now, so yeah, so this is the doc which I'm using today. Yeah, so this is looking like this. So it says we are using View Router 3. We are getting started how to use it. So because we are using CDN, so we need a link. Okay, so this is one link, unpacked link that you can use inside a script. Whenever you use a CDN, you use script tag, and then inside that script you give a source. That source is particularly the unpacked version of Vue CDN, Vue 2 CDN. And when we are using Vue 2, we also be using Vue 3, sorry, Vue Router 3, so that it can connect and work together for our app. Okay, this is basic idea. uh, this is our main file. So whenever you are trying to create a Vue app, you should be having one HTML file uh, whenever you are working with CDN. And if you are working with either CLI or Vue 3, you might need a index file or HTML file, but it is in public folder whenever you need it. Okay, so either way, you will be using a HTML file to start off your particular app. Okay, where you can define stuff. Okay, hope this is uh, clear till now. Now, as I said, we will be using script. First one is for Vue 2, the other one is for Vue 3. Same script, which is available, here in the documentation as well. So if you uh, go to this particular page, you can get this CDN link. Okay, the Vue router link. This is the link which we are using. And there have been other ways which you can see to use CLI and all. So we are not focusing too much on CLI right now, but if you want, you can just explore this particular page. So whenever you go to a documentation, it says how to start off with your particular uh, Vue app or router or any other documentation if you're referring to. So here it is given what needs to be done and how this needs to be done. So first of all, let's try to create a new file. So I'm moving here and there, but let's try to create a new file that should be our HTML file. So let's call it a index.html. So as I said, because we are using a CDN, we have to create a skeleton of uh, our HTML. So this should be the skeleton, and then I'll be using script. Okay, so script should be there. It is basically giving me the full script and also the Vue version. I can use that. Otherwise, I can just see what version we have used in the previous uh, session. So this is the version we are using. So let's copy this and paste it here. I don't want to be specific. That's why I'm just using this kind of unpacked version. When so the difference between the previous one, the this one and the unpacked version is it will take the latest one, whatever the version is right now. And here I'm telling that this should be the specific version. So I'm not doing that. I'm using this. So sorry. Okay, so this should be the version. I'll just copy paste in the meet as well so that you can also start off. Use this for view, and for view router we'll be using this. I'll just copy this particular thing. Okay, so these are the two things which we needed. Uh, then after that one, so when you start off, you need a div, right? So in inside a div you also need a app to be defined, id to be defined, and then we call it a app. You can call it anything what you want, but basically it has been the convention to call it an app. That's why we are calling it. The other thing is where we'll be using this particular app. So if you create, let's say if you create a script here inside this, if you create a script tag, uh, so either here, okay, either here you can create your view app, or you can create a new file that can take your view app. So because we are working with router, it will be a good idea to create a new file. I will call it script.js. Enter. So here we will try to create an app. Now uh, for calling that script.js, what is the code? What do you think? So uh, have you written the code for calling JS file yet? Anyone? Yes, no? Uh, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Are you guys speaking? Yeah. So have you tried to write or call a script file in script tag?
It's src equal to colon then dot slash then script whatever the file name is.
Okay. So will it work with this only? So if I just write like this, will it work for us, or we have to add something else also?
It will work because it's in the same folder, but to be safe caution, put dot slash so it will access the same folder.
Okay. So that is okay. Any other thing which we have to add, or just this is enough for us to start off?
We can start, sir.
Okay. Let's keep it. Okay. So now we have to go to JS file. How to start off with the app? How do you call now? It's week 6, I guess. Nobody's speaking. Okay,
So can you repeat? Your voice was breaking.
my voice was breaking. Okay, is it okay right now, or it is
Now
still breaking?
it's fine.
Okay.
So
Just
when
mention.
you were asking whether that link is enough or not, after that we were not able to hear you.
Now are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Still, it
Yes, sir.
says some network issue maybe. Okay. So I was asking how to create a view app, how to write that code.
New view.
Okay. New view. Okay. That's it. Anything
So we have
else,
to,
or
we have to mount it.
we have to mount it? Mount what?
The mount app.
Any other version of it other than mounting, where we give element maybe like this?
Element data methods.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the keywords which we use. This is enough to start off for creating a view app. Anything else we need, or just enough? And it can be started, or we can see it in the browser. Yes or no?
I guess this is good, but we can do methods and all if we want to bring into some functionalities.
Okay. Okay. So this is good. Let's try to see it if it is working or not. So how to do that? We have a HTML file. We have a script file now. So can we go to open server? So uh, we are here, but we are not able to see anything. Is there any issue?
Console.
So this is our code. This is our code right now, and this is our view app. Is there any problem here or in the HTML file?
We have not mounted the app.
Not mounted. Is it required, or so?
Mount we usually do in view 3, right? View 2 we don't need to mount.
Yeah, correct. So what needs to be changed so that it can work? Or is this correct? Have we given the correct script? Okay. Anything we need to change? You guys have done, right? Week 4 is done. Anyone?
Can you please repeat the question?
The question is why this is not working. So you have a view app right now. You want to run a view app, but why I'm not able to see a message here? Do we need to change something?
Where are the like elements and things like you have to have a double curly braces message,
Hmm.
but between the
Here,
yeah
yeah. So what should I do? Double curly braces?
message, yeah, even that will do. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So this is how we were doing, right? So we were creating an app, and if we want to show something, we were giving it to the message or any other uh, variable or something, and we are seeing it here. Now what we want is we want to see multiple pages of it, just like we were doing in Flask, using Flask, right? How can we do that? So then we come to router. Okay. Now this has been for view. Now we have to code it for router. Similar thing. So just like we have done for view, we want to have a code which can help us to create a router view. Okay, so let's go back here. Now, similarly, we have this kind of coding. So currently you can see line number 35, we are creating a variable called app. We are making it const, and then we are using some other things, whatever we have done already, right? Now, for creating view, we have a similar kind of coding style. We have a view router written over here. So capital V and capital R, and then the same curly brace and bracket, and again new, and then it will be started off. So this is the starting phase. Okay. Now, before that, there is something called route. Okay. So remember when we were working with Python, we had this kind of formatting. So app dot route and then the URL, right? So we were giving some kind of URL, and then this was working for us. Similarly, you will be using a route or routes. That means you can give multiple routes in a single list kind of format, and then you can use it. Okay, so this would be clear, right? So you want a route or a particular page or multiple pages to work together, and so that your app can run on multiple pages and you can show multiple things. This is the code which you wanted to use. So let's go back. Let's try to code it. So again, new view router. Okay, bracket, curly brace, done. So this is what you want. Now, either you can use your routes inside this, or you can create a list outside and then you can use it. So because we are using view and again then the router, we now want to create it in a variable so that it cannot give us error multiple times. So app equal to new view, and this is the code, right? It looks like this. Okay, and then there is a keyword. Just like you have a keyword element data, you have a keyword route routes, sorry, right? This is your keyword which is used by view router, and then uh, we have to give a list name. So any list, let's say, let's call it a list for now. This is looking like a list. Right now we have not created any list, so that's why I've just given one list here. Let's keep this also in a variable with a cost. Okay, hope this will work. Now, because we want to add few URLs, we will create route. Again, keeping it in a variable called routes, and then starting to create list. And when we have created this, we can name it here also. So change this, and it looks like this. So here it is saying it is a short form of something. So the basically now if we write only this, so if you remove routes from here, only write this, that key value pair is not there, only write routes, it will understand what you're talking about. It will understand which list are you talking about. Okay, this is one thing. This is written in the documentation also. So when you go to documentation,
So that is some kind of shorthand, you're saying.
yes, sort, yes, correct. So mm, so this is the shorthand what you said. So you can either you can use key value pair kind of writing, or you can just write routes and it will simply understand that. Okay, so this is one way to write it. Now, as we said, we want either one route or multiple routes. How we can do that? So here in the documentation, it says we have to give few keywords to make it understand what we want to use. Okay, so what are those keywords? First of all, this is a list. I said list of routes, and inside that we have to format it using curly brace, and it should be looking like a JSON format or key value pair or dictionary format. So the keyword is path. Okay, by path you might be able to understand. So this is giving a URL path, right? And you have to name it as a component. So basically, you are uh, creating a component that can be used or shown using this particular path or URL. Okay, so component foo can be seen by going to this particular URL slash foo. Okay, so before that there can be some base. So what can be the base? So uh, right now you can see the base is 127.0.0 and then colon 5500. So this is our base for now. So after that slash you can use foo and get your component called foo. That component is basically your HTML content. Just like when you were using Jinja, you were creating a HTML file, right? And that file was shown to a particular user. Similarly to that, that is called a component here, but it will take either you can create HTML file or you can just keep it in one place. So let's first write one of the path and then we can move on from there. So let's create one path. So this should be a curly brace here. We have already given a list kind of formatting. And if I write path and then I can just give it a URL. So first URL you will need as slash and then you can move on from there and you can use any other kind of URL. So slash home slash hello or any other. Now after that I'll be using component. So these are the keywords that are shown in red. And then component name should be, let's say, home for now. Okay, I'm calling it as a home. Okay, so this is one path. The other path would be, if you want to give another path, you can give comma. The other path would be, let's say, path slash yeah, about. If it is saying about, let's go for about. So home and about are our component. But we have not created any HTML file or any place where we are using home uh, as our component, or we are so what is home first of all, what is about first of all, right? So let's try to create it. uh, there are several ways. First way would be we can create it using this, right? So let's call for a const home and then particularly let's follow what it is writing. So what here it sorry here it gives a keyword called template and then backtick, then you are giving some HTML content. Okay, so you have a div tag here and then you have a s2 and then you have a paragraph and then you are ending with a div. Okay, so this is looking like this. uh, by the time I change it to a variable, our color of this home changes because now it is identifying that yeah, I have to use that particular home and as a component. So this is your one component. This will be shown whenever we will go for a slash URL. Okay, so this is till now. Any doubt or any queries till now?
I have one question.
Yes, yes, please.
So this home is an object.
uh,
It has got a property template.
Correct.
Okay. Similarly, roots is a list. This is not an
Yes.
object, right? It's
No,
a list
it is
of
a list of objects.
objects. It's a list of what?
Yes,
Objects.
yes,
Okay. Okay. So basically, this home is an object and it has got properties, and the
yeah,
template is one of them. There could be other properties also.
yeah. There can be, but currently we are only concerned about template.
Okay. Thank you.
Template is a predefined property which it has.
Okay. Thank
Okay. So this is one component till now. But when we go to our browser and let's try to check out slash URL, we are not able to see. So this is basically giving us a directory structure. That is what we don't want a directory structure, right? We want a view page that renders our home component, right? So this should be looking like this: home, welcome to home page, and all. And this should be looking like this. So this is what we want, right? So, but it is not giving us that. To make it give our home component, we have to do certain few more changes, or we have to make some additions. Right now we have our view app, sorry, we have our view app and we have a router here, but still there is no connection between these two, right? So there is nothing which is connecting these two, or calling or anything is not happening right now currently, right? So if I write yeah, so it is suggesting me that. So if I write router, just like data is a predefined property or keyword, so if I write router, I can call this router, line number 13 router here. Similarly, if I don't want to write like this, I can just write router. That's it. That should be enough. Okay, and it will still be connecting it with my view router. For a sake of completeness, I'll just write it like this. Okay, hopefully this is uh, clear. What I have done is I'm just connecting our view router to our view app.
So you're not audible.
And we have what I've said is not audible for a minute or something.
Now you're audible, but earlier, like 1-2 minutes, you were not audible.
Okay, what have you missed? I was talking about
Yeah,
this router.
you added that router in the view app. In new view, you added that we could hear you till that. Yeah,
Okay,
till
so
that we heard.
okay, so after that I said that, is there anything else we have to do, or do you think this is enough to show it in the view app? This should be enough, or no, we should be doing something else also?
So we need to give a link in HTML.
Okay, good. So just like what did we did, right? So when we started off, we had written view app, but we have not written anything inside our this div, right? Line number 12 and 15. We had not written anything else. So just like that, we also have to write something to make this particular view router to connect to this app. What can be that? So this is basically calling for view router view. This is one way to write it. Now you can see, right? So router view is a tag which will show you something which is coming from these routes and all. So it should show something out of these components. Okay. Uh, Now, do you think this is enough, or this? Let's first of all go to the browser and check uh, if we are able to see something. So I wanted to see slash, but currently I'm not able to do anything. So do you think there is some error or something? Sorry. I cannot see any error in the console as well. So when I come to this particular thing, where the routes are given as appdev to week 6 and index.html, I'm seeing this kind of page. Okay, about is defined, but okay, let's remove it for now. Now, do you think? Do you think? Yeah, this is correct way to see. I'm seeing. I'm seeing this home. Welcome to home page here. Uh, but the URL is looking different, right? So this is how it is looking. So sorry, index.html, hashtag, and other things are there. So this is correct way to put it, or no? This will look like this only. The URL should be looking like this one.
Shouldn't we like try to run it like
Uh, Run what? Should we remove it and then run it?
like in Flask we use Python app.py to run the app, but here we are just using go live, right, to view the
Yeah,
HTML page.
correct. So have you run? So basically, we have only HTML and JavaScript. Do you think it
But
will be
shouldn't
running? Yeah,
route go to that base URL dot slash home, and then we should see the home welcome to home page.
yeah. That is the question I asked. So if I, let's say, if I give it like this, will it work? And if I remove this also, will it work? Does it have something related to code which we have missed?
Yes, sir.
Or what is the missed code?
So, like in components, we used to add emit. We haven't added this in the main app.
Uh, in the main app, what we have not done?
So, in components, when we created components, we used
Hmm.
to emit to pass on the
Emit.
information. Yes, sir.
So you want here emit.
No, something else like whatever
Okay.
gives the routes.
Okay. So let's say if I write like this, uh, router link to slash, because we have a slash, then oh, is this what you're saying? Okay. This is not even empty. Okay. Give me a second. This AI making me right. One second. Let's copy. So this is the keyword which you'll be using for link. This looks like this. So router link to, and it ends, right? So this is what, just copy it for now and paste it here for showing the link. Now, if I remove this, now do you think when I click on that, let's go back to this particular page, and here we are seeing this, and we have a link here. Okay, if I click it should go to where? Slash, or along with that app dev to week 6. index.html. Where should this go?
Slash.
Okay, so if I click it, it won't go anywhere. This will be the same page. So you can see in the left bottom corner, week 6 index and slash has written. Anything in the code we are missing, and that we can change so that it can only go to slash.
Can I ask one question?
Yes, yes, please.
I am not getting how you getting that 127.001.5500 then app that URL on your left hand side. That
Yeah, so
no, not this one. If you go to
yeah,
that,
I'm telling you. So see, whenever we use HTML file, we have a live server. We can install it in extension in VS Code. When we click on this, uh, we can open with live server. So this, whenever we open with live server, it take us to this page along with this particular URL. So this is our local host.
can you
Or
show
what?
us the address bar, please? Full.
Yeah,
Okay, so appdev to week 6 index.html. You created this index.html in some folder which has
correct,
the name appdev to week 6 and that there basically resides the index.html. And since it's a
correct.
live server, it's pulling up from there. Okay.
Yes. Uh, so this is what right now is. So if I let's go, so this is the previous session which we were using. So if I go to live server from here, same file, index.html file. If I go to live server from here, sorry, yeah, here you can see, right? You are seeing it is inside week 6 AQPQ and then inside that, but still this kind of uh, index.html is coming, not the folder name. Is there something which is here in this code and in not in our code? See the code and then tell me.
So script
Type
like
module.
Huh? Sorry.
Type module we have defined in the script.
Okay.
This is
So
going to be a quiz question or what?
hopefully you can get it. Okay. So if I write this, do you think it will work for us? Why is there type first of all?
Yeah, basically,
Okay.
we can
So
import in three ways, right? One is a direct module is one of them.
hmm, okay. So if I remove it now, this will work. Now this is a now I will ask it in quiz. This should be a quiz question now. What is there? What is different that we are not able to fix? Why we are getting that? And in the other VS Code, we are able to do that. Similar kind of formatting. Everything is there. We have a router link. The formatting which router uses. We are also using two with URL what we have created the path, and then we are writing and completing it. Also, we are using a script similar to it. Also, we have now written a module type module, but we are not getting the same kind of URL. And also there is a hash here. What is that hash? Anyone? Have you seen it before? Have you, whenever you are working with HTML file, have you seen this hash before?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay. Uh, Somebody said you can use mount at the rate, sorry, dollar mount and then app. This is one more way to create a view app, and then you can proceed from there. Uh, yeah, so similar to it, whatever we have done till now, this is like that. We will not focus too much about that. This URL now. We'll move on from here. Try to figure out why and why not, and then we will move on to another URL. So we have one URL. I'll remove this particular paragraph from here so that our route links looks like this when we go to. Okay, now we have two live server working. Just close it for now. And now see. So this is our. Okay, this message needs to be. Oh, let's keep it. I'll just copy this and paste it here. Okay, now we have created one router link. I want to create one more router link. Now tell me what should I do to create the other one? Similar kind of coding pattern. What should we start off with? First, the path, right? The path should be given. So here it is slash about. Then we are calling for a component. For a component to be called, we have to create a component, right? So const about then we have to give something, right? What we have to give? We have to call for a property called template, and then inside that property template, we have to give backtick, and inside that we have to give some HTML tags. Just do like this about this is about page. Anything else what you want, you can just write it there. This is one thing. Okay. Now this about is there. Okay, we have a component about. Now tell me what should I do to make it visible here in this uh, app in the browser screen. Anyone?
You have to add the router link.
Okay. So I have added. Uh, so this is suggesting like that.
Yes.
If I don't add it, let's say, can I go to this particular URL from here? So if I just write about, will it still be working for me?
It won't work, I think so.
It won't work.
No.
It is working about.
Okay.
Okay. So the thing is, what we are doing here is doing the same thing, pasting it. So router link. Okay. So this is looking like this. We're just adding a slash to the base, right? Currently, our base is looking typically like this. It has an extra thing, but yeah, typically the base should be like this, and then whatever the URL is slash about, right? If I remove this from here, what do you think will be the result? And it should give us error.
Yes, sir, it will give an.
Uh, okay. No, it is not giving us error. This has what you're seeing here is calling for a router. This is the connection. We don't have to call HTML file now. This is extra. We don't have to call HTML. We just call the router. Okay. So if I click on home, this still be working without HTML. About still be working. If I remove has, do you think this will? Sorry. If I remove has, do you think this will work?
No, sir.
Yes, it will not work because there is no connection now. Either HTML or you have to give a hash to make it connect. Hope you will remember this. Okay, so these are the two paths or URL till now. So anything, any doubt currently? Okay. If I remove this, I have written this in the starting itself, router view. If I remove this, what should be the result in the browser? What do you think it should show in the browser? If I remove this line number 17, what do you think will happen? Will I be able to see the result of about or home? Am I audible? I'm just
Yes,
talking to
sir.
you guys. Yeah,
Yes, you are audible.
yeah. So what do you think? What will happen? I just, let's say, cut it from here. Now in the browser, I be able to see anything? No.
No, sir. The tag is required, I think.
Yeah. So the part which is calling the data of these templates is this 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 view is calling for them. Okay, router view, then after that this is the template. Now we have two paths, we have router, we have view, but let's say I want to make more so this is particularly a div, right? So I'm having a constraint right now. I cannot get a full-fledged HTML. I want to create a little bit more maybe. So I can move it to a file or something, right? That can be done, right? I can create a file and then I can add it there. So uh, just like that, I will create a folder called uh, component components maybe. And then inside that components folder, I will be creating, let's say, first of all, home dot js like this. Now there's a JS file. Similarly to it, I can create one more about dot. Now I can add some data to it, and then we can use it. How we can use it? So if I remove these or just comment them, how we can use them. So first of all, I have to do something, right? I have to write it in the JS file, and then I have to ask that JS file to be used here, or there should be some connection so that I can use it. So you might know there is something called importing, right? You might have heard about it. Import. Uh, uh, if you have done Python, so import something. So currently, can I import home from components.home, right? Can I do that?
Yes.
Anyone? Yeah. So
Yes, sir. We can do that.
correctly. So right. So if there is something in some other file and there is some resources available, you can just import it. Similarly for about maybe. So then we can use it. This color didn't change, but let's see why. Uh, I have imported, but I have to do something here also. I have to write it and then I can use it. So there is something called export default, right? So this is like that. Uh, I can export anything similar to what I have done here. right? So template and then div and other. This is what I want to do. This is suggesting to me like template and data is there, but I'll just copy the previous one what was there. Okay, so here also we have a script file, we have an index file, we have a components here. So we'll just go to home, and it looks so. There is one way to do it. Other way should be there. It is not. So this is called named exporting or something. I'm not remembering what it's called, but yeah. So you have written the name over here, but if you're not naming it, you're just using like this. Let's say if you're not naming it, you can name it here in the import whenever you're importing it. So if I write like this and then templates completed, let's say, and now I can import it here using any name. So the convention says capital A should be there, and then sorry, the capital word should be in the first, and then you can follow that. So that's why I've written about like this in the JS also while importing. So if I don't give a name here in this about.js, I can give it here while importing. If you're not giving it while exporting, if you can give while importing. So this is what we have right now. I don't want data to be given, so I'll just remove it for now. And this should be our template for it. Okay. The other way is uh, the other way is this. We'll just copy it. We are creating a const home and then exporting like this. I'm writing at the end. Control plus C, let's paste it. Okay, hope you got two kind of exporting and importing. So I have to write it at the end, okay, to make it export. Any questions till now? But I believe if you are able to hear me, just tell me yes or no. There is
Yes,
some
sir.
error. Okay, good. So this
Yes,
is
sir.
there are two ways, right? So currently we are seeing it. I've written it, but here you can see home is seen like this. Why not about? Let's see if it is working, even working or not. Hopefully I've written it correctly. Okay, let's go ahead and check. Mm, yeah, home is there. About is also there. So let's see the codes. Okay, so first home, I'm calling it as a const and then exporting it. And here the path is slash and then component home. And I'm importing it here in line number 16. Okay, when I click on home, it gives me this kind of data. What I am saying here is I will take an input name, v model and all. I don't need that, but yeah, okay. Name and password, and this is home. This is okay. The other part is about, and when I click it, I get to see this page. And if I let's say this is about, so this is not the about. Okay, this changes. Okay, uh, but the color didn't change, right? So here you see the color didn't change. This is typically because uh, home is a variable or const defined variable, and about is just a name what I have given in line number 70. Okay, so that's why the color didn't change. Clear till now?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Hopefully you are doing it along. I'm keeping it very slow, but hopefully you are doing it till now. You might get to know. Okay. After this, if I follow this doc, we are going forward. now we have done the basic of it, basic routing. Now we are going for dynamic route matching. Okay, so this particular thing, so used for passing parameter to route, we can pass parameter just like we did for Python. We were using, let's say, user slash string something, integer something, int something, right? We can give a parameter there. We can use it in our function as well. Similarly, in view routing, also we can do that. Okay, so route parameters, and the spelling is good, are provide. Okay, route parameter provide using colon. Okay, by the following name. Example is user slash colon username, and then there is one more parameter. The username is a parameter. Uh, you can access it using $route. And then if you want to use it inside templates, you can use $route dot params. Okay, params is short form of parameter, so params you can use. What is template? Oh, this particular thing is template. This type set that.
So you're not audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah. Am I audible? Okay.
So voice is breaking and coming. So
Yeah. Sorry. There are. Sorry about that. There are vivas going on. So I was call was from there. Give me a second. I'll just be. Give me a second. Sorry.
I had a question. If anybody can help answer that, why are we importing that thing from like import home from this and import? What are we doing that? I'm sorry, I missed that part. Can somebody please say?
to access that JavaScript file, so it was named with home. So we are exporting from the home and then importing in the other file.
So
I think
basically,
so. I'm not so sure actually. That's
basically
how I
we are
think Sir was
importing.
explaining.
Basically, are we importing the component from there?
No, that import we are exporting it as a that constant class. It was created as a class, and we are exporting the class. I think, and so since we are exporting and we are importing that class, something like that. Approximately, I'm saying it. We
No,
have to
I
see
mean,
that exactly.
I got till the part till where there was the router link and like the URL was given, say slash and then slash about, and then beneath there was the router view elements.
Yes.
Uh, but then why were we needing that to import it separately? That is something which I didn't get.
No, Sir was explaining this concept actually. Why this is a different way of accessing. Two different ways Sir was explaining. So
Would it be a problem if I ask him to repeat it again? Like, do you think there would be a problem if I did? Because
no, no, not may not be a problem. He's very patiently explaining. I think
okay, so
if
I
you
think
ask a doubt,
I
he'll be
might
still happy to answer.
Okay, I might just if he gives the opportunity, I'll put it up right now.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Hello,
Uh,
sir. I had a question.
yes,
Can you please go back to the code?
okay, yes.
And sir, if you can please go full screen.
Full script. For which code? The script one or?
No, no, I'm sorry, sir. Please don't go full screen. This is perfectly all right. So what I'm saying is that like in line 16, 17 in script.js on the right hand side,
Hmm.
there is import home from components and then import about from components. So I
Hmm.
didn't understand that part. Like in the HTML, we had seen that we had the router link. You had, can you please go to the show that HTML on the left hand side, please?
This is about.js.
No, I'm talking where we are index.html in the index.html.
Hmm.
Yeah, so here in line number 13, 14, we
Hmm.
had the router links. In line 17, we had the router view.
Hmm.
And on the right hand side, we had 16, 17 line number. We are importing it.
Hmm.
Sir, what is exactly that's happening? Why do we need to import? I'm sorry, I did not get this part. So I'm asking it. You can do it now or later on also, so no problem.
Okay, so the thing is, what I said was, uh, typically you will not only use two lines of coding, right? So whenever you are creating a HTML file, you will not only write home and welcome. That's it, no? So if that becomes bigger, or you want to use 7 or 8 line code, or let's say full component of code, hundreds of lines, you might need a new JS file, or file where you can write that stuff, and the this file looks cleaner or neater, right? So what we do is we create a home.js file. There we can write something. Now you can write something there in the JS file, but you have to make some connection, right? Make some connection so that you can get that particular templates data from that JS file to our this path or the components, right? While making that component connection, you have to import it. Typically in Python, you might have seen we import something. So import, let's say, import Flask, or import any other library or something, right? Similar to
Understood.
it. Yeah. So we
Understood.
are
Understood.
importing it, and here, from here, we are exporting it. So that means we are giving it from this JS file and taking it here in the script file.
Got
Okay,
it. So
so
if
this.
what you're saying is we there should be a folder named components where we are going to save this home.js, about.js, and whatever JS files that we these basically are components that we're going to pull, right? So there has to be a separate folder called components, right?
Correct.
And within
Because we are, yeah, because we are following a component, so we have a parameter, or variable called component that is predefined. That's why we have created a components folder. You can give any other folder name, but typically it should be following that. So that's why I have written that. So we can pull it from there and use it in this script file.
okay, okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. So this is the other way of using it. We will see this particular home and about in the browser. We were able to see that. So this is looking like that. Still, there is no change in the HTML file. Okay. So what I said was, uh, we have same thing. Router link is still there. Router view is still there. Router view is taking some data from the components which we have created in home and about. Now what we have done is, in line number 21, we have we want some uh, uh, some data to be given, that we can either use, or uh, just use as a what do you call it, a parameter which can be given by the user. This is the typical sense what we are making now. So I have written username, and then we have a colon also, because this is a convention which this router is following. That's why we have written colon there. So if I give, let's say, uh, maybe Rahul. Rahul is a common name, maybe, and that is also spelling it. And then if I enter it, This gives me error here. What do you think there is issue what we are facing right now? I've just written it. It should have given us a about page. Okay, so we have written like this colon username, and this should have given about page, but currently that is not right. So what happened? Okay, there is no error. This is giving. There was something time. So if I do like this, and if I write like Rahul or something, so maybe I it is still doing the same thing, right? It is giving me a about page. But you are not able to see it, right? You are not really seeing that thing here in the browser. The typical sense would be when I write in the URL, it should be seen here, right? So how we can do that? There is a component that is dollar which we use. If I go to this is about page. Mm, If I go to about page, uh, the convention of there or the rule says like this double curly brace. I guess really this is the correct one. Uh, route dot reference. Uh, let's try it out if it is correct or not. Okay, so this is how it looks. What you can incur from here. So this is our page route $route dot params, and this is our URL about colon username, and our browser looks like this. Uh,
Are we caching some part of the URL?
yeah, so URL has written tide, right? And the URL what we have given here is about colon username, and then we are saying we are calling for it. So we are calling whatever the parameters your route has or the root has, give it to me. And that gives us a object, right? An object with a key value pair of username, which is given here by us here, and the name which is given by the user or the URL. Now, if I want to just show this particular thing, I can use the key of it. I use dot user name, and it will give me the user. It should give me the user, and this is looking like it. So if I change it now, then let's go back to now. Rahul. It should change it, right? So this is one way to do it. This will be similar to what we were doing in Python, all right? Python function, Python Flask app. You were giving some username and you were using that username in some of your HTML file and all. Okay. One more
So,
thing to, yeah,
sorry,
sorry.
so anything after the hash will be called by the dollar thing. Anything after the hash.
No. So this hash is defining the route or the router. Okay. After that, the URL is path is given by us.
No,
This
that's what
thing.
I'm saying, sir.
Like,
This dollar root dot params, dollar root dot params. Only this part will be catching which part of the URL. That is what I'm asking.
this one. This is the parameter, right?
Only the user.
User. Yeah. Whenever you write colon, after that, whatever is this is our parameter for
Okay.
this particular route.
After the username, dollar root params is going to give me whatever is after the username. So if it's Anything other than username, even that will be given.
Uh, no, no. See, understand this. So what I said here is, so see this line number 21. You have about, right? This is our first thing. What I did was I called about slash about is our URL or path. Now I'm saying there should be a parameter called username. How I'm saying, I'm calling this colon here. There is a colon written over here. So that means now this is a parameter of this particular URL path. Now, whenever some user has given some data to this particular URL, I can use it using $route dot parems. Okay, because I only have one username, some one parameter only. I can use it like this. So I can just call it like this. Okay. Hope this clear. If you let's say if you yeah, that's password, username and password. What do you think now? What should this param should be given? I have written two things: 21 line colon username colon password routes dot params. What do you think this particular uh, line number 5 should be giving in the browser? Just guess, and then we can see the.
And what are we typing in the URL?
I will type. Just go there and type hi. So I've written Rahul and hi.
So I should get both.
You should get what?
Both Rahul and hi.
But with a because I have written only uh, sorry, it is not. So I have written only route dot params. That's why I'm getting a full object with username as a key and because I have written Rahul here, I'm getting Rahul and password as key and hi because I have written in the URL.
This is object or this is your JSON? I'm sorry. This might be a very silly question.
Yeah, both you can call. This can be a dictionary also in Python if you call. You can call anything.
Okay.
So, but it is a key value pair which you are getting, right? Using this URL, which we have the path which we have created, and the user defined. So, whatever the user has written, now I'm seeing it here. Okay. Hopefully,
Okay, got
this
it.
thing is a little smaller. Yeah. So, Rahul, hi. Rahul is username. So here username because I've written colon. That's why it is taking as a parameter. Otherwise, if I remove it, it won't take it as a parameter. Okay.
Yes, got it. Thank you.
Now let's let's do one more thing. Uh, here, but there is one thing which we need to know. So, sometime what happens is I cannot give all the path, right? There can be issues. So right now I'm just talking about and home. There can be somebody who can just say uh, info. Info. I've not created a path for it. There's no router path for it. If I enter it, I might not get anything, or I have not even got any warning to be precise. I'm not getting anything, right? Uh, so there can be a point where you don't know what user can go for. So to tackle that, I can create, let's say, uh, paths, and then I will say star that is asterisk. and then it can I can use any component, maybe component. I can call it any component. What I can call it? Let's say not found. Yeah, not found was the component that what we wrote. So not found. This is the component what we have. I'll just create one more file called not found dot js. I guess already we have created. Just copy pasting would be a good idea. So just copy paste and do this all. See and paste it here. So what I have done is I have given this asterisk here as a path. Do you think this looks correct? Have you seen something like this before? Using a asterisk for all. Have you done system command course?
No.
No one has did system commands.
Yeah, I've seen
Yes,
that in.
sir.
Yeah. So star is basically used, or asterisk is basically used for all. Okay. Uh, One thing. Okay, I have created a not found JS file here. Do you think this is enough, or there is some error right now? We need to fix.
Shouldn't we like import it?
So if I don't import it, it won't work. Okay, I have imported from the component again. Uh, because I'm following a convention, I'm writing capital N and then capital. Okay, let's see if it is working or not. So yeah, it is working. So the URL I have not defined info anywhere. I just given asterisk, but still it is giving us a result. The URL is not found. Okay, so this is one way to handle it. There might be some cases where, let's say, I create a path about. Is this correct? What do you think? As a normal person seeing it for the first time, is it looking correct? I am creating line number 22, the path about, and then I'm giving username and password, and then again creating about. Does it look uh, convenient to you? Does it give you some problem here? What do you think? This is correct or not?
In Mad One, we had same routes, but it had to be hit with different methods.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
Hmm.
model it.
Yeah, obviously. So if I use like this, will it be good? So what I am saying is, let's say if I go to a particular URL here, I call it about, capital about, and enter. Uh, does it look nice here? Because I have same component, and I believe that this curly brace is there. Uh, I should have some data. I wanted some data, right? There can be, let's say, I want one more about, or yeah, not home. I want about for username only, and this about is alone, and I want one more about for password only. Somebody will be saying that why you want so many abouts, but yeah, it can be a case, right? You want to have a URL that should be taking multiple things, right? So uh, you can create a case where you want a username in one URL, you want a password in one URL, and you want a single URL that is about. You might have seen this if you have worked with RESTful APIs. You might have seen this kind of formatting of URLs, or you have seen in Flask app. Here you have one thing which can help you create something similar in router. I mean, what is that? Uh, so here, has it not written children? Yeah, so it has not written about children, but yeah, nested route can be given. So this particular example says user, then ID, and then the profile. And the other example says user, ID, and then dashboard. So you are using similar URL for showing two things. First of all, profile, and then also dashboard. So you want to create a URL that can work for both. Here you work with a children, right? So your profile and your dashboard can be children for user ID, user colon ID, right? So this is one other way which you can use route. So example would be a list. Hopefully we have the example. So here you can see a button, right? Dashboard and payment and all, and profile is there for the button. Let's go to this maybe profile page. So here, this profile is written. I want to have a ID and then check for the profile. So ID number one, the user number one has a profile, and I am writing this thing also, router view. Okay, this router view will show you something else. Currently, we were only using this router view, line number 15. Okay, now if I go to this profile link, this URL, it should give me something else also. So in this profile you have this router view. let's let's keep it there. We will come back to that. Also dashboard, let's go for the dashboard. This dashboard has nothing. There is nothing, no relations with profile. Similar to it, we have multiple pages now. What I want is I want to create a uh, children URL. So let's see. You have a path. Uh, Here it is calling API or not, but I have a path about. Let's assume it is about, and then after that I want some other path. So here username, password inside it. So whenever I want to call it, let's try to make a new kind of path. This is your new variable or property, children. Similar to your routes, you have a list, right? You have a list. Here also you will have a list. Why we are having a list? Because we want to create multiple paths inside a path. Okay, when we want to create certain stuff like that, we need to have a view. Okay, currently what I said was, if I want to see a particular JS file, so home.js was there. If I want to see this template, I want to use router view, line number 670, right? Now, if I want to create one more path, the children path, for this to be viewed in any profile, I need to write router view again. Okay, hope it is making sense currently. If it is not, just explain it again. So currently, what we are doing is we are only using one router view for the view of home or about template. Now, what we are saying, inside my about JS file, I want to have one more view, router view. This will give me something new because inside my about, I want to add some children component. That will be a list of paths. Okay. Similarly to what we did for the routes. First, we created a list. Inside that, we have path. Then we have one more path. Similarly, and then now because we want a path inside our about component, let's go ahead. So about is there, and then inside that, I will, because we are now having like this. I'll just move it here. Remove it. Uh, I'll remove these two. I'll just cut it for now. So let's cut it. And now what? Here I said about. I will give a comma here, and after that, children. Okay, it is suggesting me the same. Children colon list, and then inside that, just paste what I write. Right. So I'll just do the same thing again. Where was it? Yeah. Hope it looks clear, right? Yeah. So I have a part about. I will remove this line for now. No, no.
Can you please comment it? Just let it stay. Comment it.
I'll just come.
Thank
Uh, yeah. So now I have a path slash there with a home. Other path is for about. The component is taking some data from the about, and then we have a children. Okay. Then we have two more paths. Oh, now what we want? We have done something in our file about, and then these are the things. So should I create a new file? So about user, maybe I call it about user, about password. Okay, I've not created it yet. I'll just write it down here. And what we need to do is, anyone can just tell what should we do. We need to. It is showing screen. We need to. Yeah, nice. Import. Correct. Just tap it here, and both the things should be imported. Good. Uh, you can import it, but you have to export it somewhere. So let's try to create it now. Plus about, what was the name? About, what was the name? About user, sorry. Yes. User.js, and also Password. Do you think this is okay? Password, the correct. Oh, spelling is wrong. Small w. Okay. So these are the two pages which we have just created. Let's try to write it. Write something in this. What should I do? Export? Then anyone? Export what? Export?
Default.
Nice. And we should have a replace. It should give us template. Template. Then what? Backtick. Then div. Inside that, what we because we are using for user and we want to take some data. The data is username. So let's call for what? What should I do? Curly brace, double curly brace, and then dollar route, and then params.
Username.
Yes, params dot. So
Username.
this is what we. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So this is what we want. So this is the only thing which is okay with us. We are okay with this. Now I want to add for password also. Same thing. I'll just do what? Uh, I'll just do export folder template. I don't want these lines. I want this type. Inside this, we want to give double curly brace dollar password. This is enough, right? So this should be the thing what we want. Now let's close it. Okay, so currently we are here. So we have a component called about. We have username. We have password. We have created two components. Uh, Anything else is left? Do you think there's something what we will still not done? Till now you have seen these things. So anything left?
So link.
What
Uh, have we given link in
in here?
HTML? Yes.
It is suggesting contact, but let's remove it. For password, it is there. And do you think this is correct?
Can we give this in inside about.js?
Inside about. Okay, let's go to about. Here you want like this,
Maybe so.
maybe. Okay. Do you think if I give a router link here or maybe there, this is the correct URL which we are referring to? So here we have a script calling for some URL or path, and here we have one file which is writing some URL that says about/username. Is this correct?
No, sir.
What should it be giving? What should it in the browser? Let's go. Let's try to check. Here, it is giving curly brace. Why it is giving curly brace? First of all, should I remove this? If I comment it, will it? Just remove it. Okay. So currently this looks like this. Uh, because I have given this, the URL is like that. If I click on it, I'm able to see something that is username because somebody insisted to give a router link like this. Uh, now, if even if I don't give anything, let's say if I give let's say mad, so the user would be something called something else, mad one. Okay, but the major thing what we wanted is we wanted a children components to be shown, right? So if I removed it, this let's say, will I be able to do it? Control plus X for now. Now tell me, can if I click on this particular link called about slash mat1, will I be able to see it? I be able to see the component user about user.
No, sir.
Okay, right. So this is the thing. This is why we need router view here. And one more thing. Let's say if I give, yeah,
Sir, sorry to interrupt. In line number
yes,
5 on about.js, had we given like written slash about and then put a forward slash and then a colon and wrote username, would that have made any difference?
uh, let's say so. This is what you're saying.
Yes, yes.
Let's try it out. So I have given. Oh, why? Not twice. So I have given colon and then username. Let's try it. So this page, you can see this page is not even showing that about username. What you
So what is it not picking up, sir?
and the point here is this colon thing was, I guess, uh, working here only in the path, not in the to router link. This is HTML. Okay, this is HTML. This is JavaScript. So that colon was for JavaScript, not for HTML.
But sir, you wrote it in a JS script and you use backticks.
Yeah, so this is a template, right? Template. You
No,
remember templates from class?
okay, sir. Got it. Fine. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is there is some other formatting which we use for giving uh, a dynamic parameter, but right now we have not. So let's focus on what we wanted to know. So currently the router view is there. That's why we are able to see the component of whenever we click for a link. If we remove it, we won't be able to see it. And one more thing is, if I let's say give one more router link, router view here, not this, said router. Yeah. So what do you think now should be in the browser? I have given two router view. What do you think should be there in the browser? Any guesses?
Will it show anything? Because we are already taking the parent and the child in one. So what will the other one take?
Okay.
Wouldn't it make repeat twice?
So it will repeat. Okay. So the main page was home page. So it will repeat, right? If I go to about, it will repeat. Once again. This. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so it will repeat. It should repeat. And if let's say if I can give something some name to it and tell that this is the only thing what you should be running. Can we do that? So if I say a name equal to thing, yeah. If I write some name here, can I do? Can I tell that only use home uh, router view or something like that? Do you think this is possible?
Are we going to do a vbind or something?
I'm not sure, but I'm just thinking because it is giving me repeat thing. Can I give two router views and tell that only show me this router view, first one and or the second one?
Yeah, because this
Can
is HTML, right? So we can do that. We can do a vbind.
we bind? Is it any other thing which we can see in the maybe in documentation? Maybe like this, not okay. The router link named view. Yeah. So here is the class is called view1, view2, and view3. Name can be given as A and B, and this is how we were calling it. So you can try it out because we have only 8 minutes left. Uh, you can try it out. This is the example which they have given. Can we use name here in the router? Finding is there or not? What I don't think I can tell currently.
No,
Why
but
you
it
will
just
use this particular case also is you have very lesser chances to use this case, but yeah.
I'm saying since these are not HTML tags, so we can't use vbind or like v
Yes,
for
yes.
or v if that is that one.
Name is also given by this particular router. So what this is what you can use. Try it out. Try to maybe do this kind of formatting and then uh, understand it. And one more thing was this route. So in the previous term, sir has explained about this, I guess. Yeah. So here you can see, right? So you can also name these paths, name profile, name dash, name pay. You can call using those names. It is not really important, but yeah, you can use like that. Either ways, you are able to use as component and also as uh, home slash home. Uh, and one more thing, I'll just point out. So let's say if we have this script like this, so if I copy this or cut it and paste it here, do you think will this be making any impact to our app?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. What does it mean?
So it would give everything the not found thing because star, I think, indicates all.
Yeah, you guys are smarter than me. So when I was starting off, I didn't even understood why it is done. So basically, yes, this is how it works, and it doesn't give you anything. Okay. This is one thing. The one more thing was there. So if you will be working with routers, you might be using some keywords which can help you there. So if let's say I'll just show you the code. I won't be coding now, or I can code one of the things. So let's say if you are creating a project, okay. So you are creating a project. There you want to uh, use dynamic pushing of your parameters and your URL. There you will be using something like this. Something like this means exactly this. You will be using this. Okay. You have to create this methods parameter for what we call it, keyword, and then inside that you have to create a function. You can call it dash or something, and then you will be using this. Then dollar router. Currently, uh, we were using have we removed it? So we were using here, right? So it was looking like two curly braces, then route dot params. But now because this route was there, so this was the route which we were using, line number 44 and all. Because now we have router, we will be using method and then curly braces. Let's call it maybe dash only. So dash function. So to complete it, and then because this line number 53 router is there, I can call this dot dollar router, not route. Okay, so this dot dollar router dot push, and then we can call any path. Okay, so this is a function which can be called. Why it is giving it comma element. Okay, so this is how we can use it. There's one more thing which you should be using: dollar the route router dot. There's something called go or something. I will just check. Yeah, so this is go was there, go and -1. This will make you go back to the previous page. Okay, so again we can use it. Go -1 and then yeah. So let's so I've written line number 57. Go. I will remove this commented, and I should create one button where we can use it. Comment this also. Button @click, not message, but dash. Let's call it back. Okay, so I've written a function called go back. At the rate, whenever you are clicking, you should go back. And here, what should I change? Tell me. Here, what should I change so that our go back function should work in this function? Anyone? Are you there? Am I audible?
Watch or something.
Yeah. What should I change in line number 55 so that this go back function in line number 18 in index.html should work?
You have to put go back.
I have to write go back. Okay. Here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So what the aim is, if I click on this button, line number 18 button, it should make me go back to the previous particular uh, screen or whatever that is. So if I go to, let's say, about, if I click on go back, it should go back. It is doing that, right? So about, I'm here and I click on this, I should go back. Okay. Let's
So
say,
can you,
yeah,
no problem,
let
sir.
an
Can you please go back to the code once?
code, please. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So let's say if I don't use -1, uh, only one, will it work? What it will do? Or let's say if I don't use one, I just use 0. What do you think it will do? Just guess it, man. Just guess it. So if I do a 0 there, and let's go to about and press on this, see what it happens. Okay. So if I click on this, what happened? It
It will stay.
Yeah, it will just refresh this particular thing. So it reloads that page. Uh, so where was it? Yeah. So if you use 0, it will reload it. If I use 1, what do you think it will happen?
It will give error.
Okay. Error for what? So if I click on this,
Because we have two forward links.
yeah, so it won't go anywhere, right? So it is not giving anything. So -1 and 0 is working. If you think that 1 will also work, if it is working for you, please tell me. Otherwise, it shouldn't be working. Yeah, so -1 and 0 should be working. Okay. Yeah, looks like this. This is the thing what we wanted to cover. The other thing should be I would insist
Sir,
you.
sorry, is there a -2 or -3 also?
Oh, no, I'm not sure. Let's try it. So -2, we can try maybe -2. So it should go twice previously, maybe. So yeah, it went to the previous screen twice.
Okay,
It
okay.
happened twice. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So these are the push and go what you will typically will be using. Other things I will suggest, if you have time, is go through the don't if you don't have time, you don't have to go to advanced ones, but the essential ones you should be trying out. History mode is one thing which you can use. So we just use routes here, right? We have used routes, but we have not chosen history mode. You can read about it. It is little only on the advanced side, but yeah, you can try it out. Mode of your router. It it will remember your history. It might be useful in your project. So this is what we wanted to cover.
Sir, one last question.
Yes, yes,
Sir, can you go to the HTML? Yeah, that code.
yes. Mhm.
Sir, there was one question you asked, why module? It has got
Yeah.
to do with registration of the components, is it, sir? Like unless
In
it's
the
unless
in the starting of this session, I knew why we were using module, but I also forgot why we. So we can search it maybe.
so I think I read somewhere that unless it's registered as a module, these components are not incorporated. Something like
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. So this is related to component only, but I, I forgot why we were using it. Without it, also it worked. For me, it was working, but few of the cases, somebody was saying that it was not working. That's why we were using it. But without that module, also these components were working. Maybe the VS Code is now advanced and it doesn't even need module and all, but I don't know. I will check it. Maybe I'll just search for it.
Okay. Thank you.
But I in the starting I remember why we were using it, but right now I just forgot it. Uh, I'll tell you. I'll create a maybe post in Discord. Okay, so this is what we wanted. I'll just so this you. What is you? Uh, I, I like to ask questions. So what is you here? What do you mean by you? It is related to GitHub and Git. Anyone can answer.
Untracked, sir.
Correct, right? So that means uh, this particular folder which you are seeing and the files which you are seeing are untracked and not in the GitHub, the original GitHub, what you see in the substance. So what I have to do is I have to go to terminal. I will open a terminal. I will just go to this appdev folder. So cd appdev dot repeat into and cd into not need to cd because I guess it was week 6 also. Anyone can tell me what is the command to do it? How to add a particular file? GitHub, git add and then anyone? No, nobody knows. Am I audible first of all?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. So what is the command? Do you know it?
No, sir.
No. Okay. If I
Week
write
6.
dot, yeah,
Can we add week 6?
only week 6 or because this is a folder, right? Or slash week 6 like that. Will it work? Is there a change?
Yes, sir.
What is A?
Added.
Okay, so I'll just check the status of it. Status. It says new files being added. Now what should be the command? Git
Commit. And
commit m uh, updating week 6 session code. And now what should be the command? Git
push origin main.
nice. So uh, yeah, done. So now this is there in that link which I've shared in starting itself. You can go ahead and check out and play with the code and try to learn more. I'll just stop printing. Streaming as well. Also stop recording.